Their fifth straight home game of the season. Stephen A. Smith and the crew had some strong thoughts on the Dallas disaster in our first take last tape.
I woke up this morning and I was feeling very, very sad. The Cowboys are pathetic. They just are a shell of what they used to be, and what they used to be wasn't good enough. So you know how bad it is now.
You know, I don't feel sorry. As a matter of fact, I'm about to have a parade. As a matter of fact, I downright love it. Because all they do is run their mouth, and it starts with their owner. He tells you what a great job he's done putting this roster together. All these guys talk about, we're going to have a historic defense. And Mike McCarthy, we've been 12-5 the last 3 years. Last year ain't got nothing to do with this year. It's like playing poker. The last hand has nothing to do with this hand.
I think about the Dallas Cowboys. This is an earned place. So I don't feel sad because you've earned what you got. We said this the entirety of the offseason. After we saw what happened with Green Bay in the playoffs, and then as the offseason was continuing and they don't sign Dak until the first day of the season or whatever it was, the day before the season started, they wait on CeeDee Lamb, they push this thing out. They could have had Saquon, they could have had Derrick Henry, they could have had Joe Mixon. They could have had a number of different players help them in the backfield. They decide not to do that. They're going to get two aging backs.
Well, wait a minute. If you sign Dak earlier, if you sign CeeDee Lamb earlier, this is going to save you more than $20 million in cap space. You're going to be out there to go ahead and get additional assets. You got a guy, a bell cow by Derrick Henry, who's going to be a Hall of Famer. The brother lives in Dallas in the offseason, works out in Dallas in the offseason, and publicly stated for the record he wants to come play for you. And you didn't even give him a call. It's not just that it's earned, Jeff Saturday. It's that even for Dallas, even for Jerry Jones, it is an aberration compared to what we've grown accustomed to seeing in that regard. And that's where I'm coming from with it. Something ain't right.
So yeah, rough night in Dallas. Des Bryant, after the loss, posted, "I'm the Dallas Cowboys to the heart. If I'm the Cowboys, I'd fire everyone after the season. There's young, hungry talent in the upcoming draft. Also, I considered Deion Sanders as the next head coach." Here is Deion Sanders today. It's new on SportsCenter.
You gonna talk about me going somewhere with my AD in there? Yeah, they mentioned us with a lot of other stuff before we started winning too, didn't they? Did that wasn't fair, was it? Like, I'm happy where I am, man. I'm good. I got a kickstand down. You know what a kickstand is? A lot of people don't in there, not of age, don't know what a kickstand is. That means I'm resting. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm enthusiastic about where I am. I love it here. I truly do. Next question.
Okay, so that's that. You know who was also at the press conference?
There she is.
Colorado superfan, that's Miss Peggy, who made an appearance with Deion. This past weekend, Miss Peggy celebrated her 100th birthday at the Utah-Colorado game with fans singing happy birthday to her. It was a beautiful sight.
Legend.
She's absolutely killing it. 100 years old.
I'm going to see Miss Peggy go after the media.
Yeah.
Guest with me today, Miss Peggy's 100th birthday today. You're supposed to clap right now, give her love. We are launching a special line of apparel for Miss Peggy. Part of the proceeds will go to benefit her and her family. I wish all the proceeds go benefit her and her family, as it should be, but you know, business is business. But this is a wonderful day. It's amazing that God would find two people from two different walks of life, two different generations, and bring them together as he has. She's always greeted me with love, compassion, support, stability, and hope. And I'm thankful to know her. I'm thankful that she can get to me anytime she desires to. And I'm thankful to be celebrating her 100th with her. She is the epitome of CU Buffs. She's the epitome of Buff Nation. She is the rock that holds us all together, and I'm thankful to know her. I really am. Thank you, Miss Peggy. You're so wonderful.
Thank you.
I love you to life.
Thank you.
Love you to life. Any questions for Miss Peggy?
Question for Miss Peggy. Hi, Miss Peggy. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
What did it mean to you to have the whole football stadium sing happy birthday to you on Saturday?
Repeat the question.
Your whole football stadium saying happy birthday to
Oh,
you?
what does that mean? Well, I haven't even comprehended it yet. But I cried. And I just thank God for my life and for all the friends and for everything that's happened to me. I just wish my twin sister were here. It all started because we were twins. And I can't deny that we've been loyal fans. But I said to get all this attention for just having a good time is unbelievable.
Nice.
Go ahead. Miss Peggy, first, happy birthday. Congratulations on such a big milestone. Lincoln Roach, CU Independent. Right, you have been to more games, right, than really anybody on earth here at the University of Colorado.
Will you repeat the question?
You've been to more games than anybody.
Do you
on
have
earth?
do you have a favorite game of all of those games?
A favorite game?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it'd have to be several games. I wasn't at Michigan, but I was sure watching it. I liked Miracle at Michigan. I liked when we beat Nebraska. Don't ask me what year, it was in the 80s, I think. 62 to something or other. And, there were games before when we were 1, 2, 3 in the nation with Oklahoma and Nebraska when we beat Oklahoma. That's before any of you were around, probably. There are quite a few, not just one.
Let's do one more, Adam. Go ahead.
Hi, Miss Peggy. Adam Ostertiger, 24/7 Sports. Coach Prime has, on some level, dedicated this football season to you. What has that meant to you?
Well, I don't know that I can explain what it's meant. It's been unbelievable to me. And he's given us, our whole community and the university, all of this attention because of him. And he's a very, very honorable man. And I am just grateful for it. And I just, each day I get him, I think this is all unbelievable. So that's what he is, kind of unbelievable.
Thank you. I have one final question for Miss Peggy. Which bowl do you want to go to?
Well, I'll take anything they give us.
Thank you, Miss Peggy.
Got some other stuff for you to do out here, too.
Okay.
I got you.
You want to take
Yep,
those?
I got those.
I'm not as nimble as I used to be. Okay.
We got you.
Thank you all
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you, Miss Peggy. Yeah. I don't know how I follow Miss Peggy. Let me give the room a minute to calm down. That was awesome. That was tremendously awesome. Students of the Wig, Dallin Hayden, Ethnic Studies, Carson Westbrook, Mechanical Engineering, Amari McNeil, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week, LaJohntay Wester, Big 12 Special Teams Player of the Week, Shador, honorable mention for the Earl Campbell Player of the Week. Draylon Miller was the highest graded freshman wide receiver of this past week. Travis is one of 11 semi-finalists for the Belinknikov Award announced today. Defense, 4 sacks, 9 tackles for loss, 6 pass breakups, 9 quarterback hurries, 3 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, forcing 4 turnovers, sacks. We're leading Big 12 and 6 nationally. Tackles for loss, leading the Big 12, 11th nationally. Fumble recoveries, lead the Big 12 and 5th nationally. One of 4 teams nationally with 10 or more interceptions and fumble recoveries this season. By committee, 14 players, 1 sack, 15 players, quarterback hurry, 13 players, pass breakup, 10 players, forced fumble, 5 players have an interception, 21 players tackle for loss, which means we're doing our job. Offense, blah, blah, blah. It's everything. We're playing against a tremendous team. Coach Leipold, am I saying that right? Can you not state the name so I can get it correctly? Leipold. Leipold. Why did I say Lee? Leipold. Am I enunciating that correctly? Because I love him to life. He's a friend. He reached out to me. I reach out to him probably every few weeks. And I'm thankful. because you're talking about, I didn't know any of these coaches, but probably Joey going into this season. And for these guys to, on their own account, to reach out to me to show me love and respect is tremendous. But he's been consistent. I mean, consistent since media day. He and his son, and I have the utmost respect and regards for him and his team. They're tough, they're physical, they play a consistent game. Their quarterback gives you problems because he's very versatile. The defense, they can take the ball away, interception-wise. They have not given up, regardless of what their record may state. The last 2 weeks, they've knocked some people off their feet. But it's going to be a tremendous task for us. He's going to have those guys ready to play. We're going to be in an environment that's not conducive to us being successful in Kansas City. I can't wait to see the stadium myself. I'll be back there. I think I played there once upon a time years ago, but I don't know, maybe a new stadium, because I'm not as young as I once were. But I look forward to going there, playing this tremendous game we call football. I really do. But my hat's off to Coach. He's done a wonderful job, and he will not allow those young men to give up. And that's a blessing to him and his coaching staff. Let's go. Excuse me?
I said the stadium opened in 72.
So I did play there. I don't think I played baseball at the new stadium. This is a new baseball stadium? It's remodeled? So I played baseball and football there. Okay.
Hi, Coach. How you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Edwards, U Sports Report. When we see Draylon Miller put up 100 yards in the last game, how do you feel like he's going to be incorporated more into this offense and produce?
Well, I'm not going to say you're going to force anything to incorporate him. If he has the matchup, Shador's going to take advantage of the matchups. And we have a smart quarterback. We have a young man that knows where to go with the football and protects the football pretty well. Draylon is he's a Deebo Samuels. He has running back ability, receiving ability, quarterbacking ability at times. You put him in Wildcat, the kid is phenomenal. Kid does not complain. The kid just goes out there and does his job. So I'm really proud of him that you see that we have yet another weapon.
Hi, Julie Turner-Benowitz with CU Independent. How are you, sir?
How you doing?
Good. Thank you for asking. Kansas is on a 2-game win streak against ranked teams, and we'll be playing at Arrowhead of all places.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys plan to stop that streak on Saturday?
Well, we plan to do what we do. We're pretty physical, pretty aggressive team defensively. We've really been stout. Offensively, we can move the ball down the field. We got to improve our running game, of course, but we're going to go out there and do what we've been consistently doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to have an honest conversation about our Dallas Cowboys. The 2024 season has been nothing short of a disaster. From injuries sidelining key players to uninspired performances on the field, the Cowboys have found themselves at 3-7, and let's face it, every trip to a TNT stadium feels more like a nightmare than a home field advantage. But amidst all the chaos, Jerry Jones, the man behind the star, has spoken. What does the owner and general manager think about this crumbling season, and more importantly, what does the future hold for our beloved team? Let's dive into this together. Before we start, a quick reminder, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Your subscription helps us grow and reach our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Together, we can build a community of passionate Cowboys fans. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Monday night's 34-10 blowout against the Houston Texans was a painful reminder of how far the Cowboys have fallen this season. Injuries have ravaged the roster, effort seems to be missing, and fans are understandably frustrated. Tell me, Cowboys Nation, what's been the most disappointing part of this season for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Is it the injuries, the coaching decisions, or maybe just the lack of fight on the field? Jerry Jones reflected on this dismal state, recalling some of the roughest years in Cowboys history. He said, "We won one game my first year. We've had tough seasons, and this one wasn't anticipated. But let's get to the question on everyone's mind. Is it time to cut ties with head coach Mike McCarthy? Fans are calling for change, and many believe it starts at the top. However, Jerry Jones doesn't seem ready to pull the trigger. In his words, that losing the team stuff is so overblown. These guys are competitors, so here's the question for you. Do you think McCarthy should be fired at the end of the season, or does he deserve another shot? Vote now in the comments, keep or fire. Despite the struggles, there's a small glimmer of hope. The Cowboys are currently in position for a top 10 draft pick, which could bring in a young star to help rebuild the franchise. And let's not forget, the team heads to Washington next to face the Commanders before a Thanksgiving showdown against the New York Giants. The Giants are one of the few teams we've beaten this year, and they'll be starting Tommy DeVito. Could this be the spark the Cowboys need? To regain some confidence, let us know your predictions. Will the Cowboys turn things around in these next 2 games, or is this season a lost cause? It's clear this offseason will bring big changes. From coaching staff decisions to draft day moves, Jerry Jones has a lot of work to do to fix this franchise. But one thing is certain, Cowboys fans will be watching every step of the way. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. Your support is what keeps us going. Let's hit that 12,000 subscriber milestone together. And hey, share this video with your fellow Cowboys fans. Let's get the conversation started. What do you think Jerry Jones needs to do to fix this team? Drop your answers in the comments, and let's talk about it. Thank you for tuning into Cowboys News TV. Stay with us for all the latest updates, reactions, and breakdowns. Until next time, stay strong, Cowboys Nation.